Welcome back into Fox 10 Midday. Today, many Americans are feeling like their money doesn't go as far as it used to, myself included. From groceries and utilities to insurance and health care, inflation continues to impact household budgets. Joining us this morning is certified financial planner Chris Burns with Burns Estate Planning and Wealth Advisors. Chris, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's already been a month since we last talked.
It goes quick, doesn't it?
But you're back here to talk about a very important topic, especially right now. Is inflation making retirement more expensive than it used to be?
It absolutely is. Everything that you just named, healthcare, food, fuel, all of those items have increased over the last several years.
Yeah, what expenses do you see hitting retirees the hardest, your clients?
One of the biggest increases that we've seen is healthcare costs. Just in across the board. That could be anywhere from premiums to nursing home care, in-home health. All of those items are increasing much faster than current inflation numbers.
Yeah, I have to ask, so what mistakes are people making when planning for inflation during retirement, especially right now in our economy?
The best example I can give you is think that if you had $8,000 of income coming in and your expenses were $4,000. Most people feel that that $4,000 expense is just going to stay where it's at. Even if inflation had like a 1, 2, 3, 4% increase, right? That can double over retirement. Retirement, for most people, they're retiring in their early 60s. People are living longer. Retirement's looking like 20 to 30 years now. So even with very low inflation numbers, those costs are going to skyrocket later on in retirement.
We say this over and over too here on the show. Planning is key, especially when it comes to what you guys do for your clients. So what can retirees do to help protect themselves now rather than later?
They need to run some inflation reports. And when I say that, take a look at what your current expenses are. Are any of those expenses going to fall off? Great. But if they're going to kind of be consistent costs, why not take a look and see what a 3 or 4% inflation number can do to it over a 10 or 15 year period? Because if you can notice that there could potentially be an income gap or need that far out, that gives you a lot of time to make some corrections. But if you look at it and you go, oh my God, I need more money next month, your options now have reduced drastically.
That makes sense. Any quick advice for those of us who are not retired right now, obviously still seeing that inflation? What would you tell people to do right now?
You know, in this profession, I'm always surprised by how many people do not have a budget or know what their budget is. Tracking your budget while you're still working can be one of the most important things that you can do. And the reason why is you can see what it looks like over time, and then you can start to use that to forecast. But if you sit down with a financial planner and you're very close to retirement and they ask you what is your current budget and you go, I'm not really sure, well, that's going to be probably the most important data point that anyone is going to need to help you see, can you basically remove inflation from your income plan throughout retirement.
Gotcha. Anything else you want to leave with us on this topic before we're done that you think we should know?
Well, I have you now saying have a plan. So I'm slowly getting through. And the big thing is please have a plan. If you do it yourself, you have a team. When's the last time you had a second set of eyes take a look at something, right? Stress test that plan. Increase the inflation. Increase your expenses. Life loves to throw you curveballs, right? Can you afford a $10,000 or $15,000 oh no expense, right? Where would that come from? What would it look like tax-wise? Help answer these questions, because it's not if but when that does happen to you within that 20 to 30 years of retirement. You'll already have a plan in place. And
I know your team at Burns Estate Planning and Wealth Advisors is looking to simplify some of those challenges and help people out. If you're watching right now and you think you need some oversight, we have a link to them on our website, fox10tv.com, as well as many other conversations we've had on the show that could greatly benefit you. Chris, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.